ulti. Who cares if you get doomed at that point? You've already pressed all the buttons that you need to in the fight. So I guess we'll see how this works out. But yeah, I am skeptical of the Fnatic draft. Alright, I don't know if my stream is recovering here. Alright, well, lift up onto the Nugget. Yeah, I'll give you a word. Tim's in some trouble. Balance Strike gonna catch him. Jingu sticks up for Envy. Looks like they should be able to finish this. Paladai with one last swipe of the sword is actually... Yeah, 2040 sounds about right. Well, we're gonna go on the Nyx Assassin here. Sam H in some trouble. They've also got the Hoof Stomp from Paladai. He's making plays happen. He's got the Phase Boots. Eternal Envy's gonna snag the last hit since
all you could ask for is a position 5, but
they want Abed on mid. Yeah, they do have the paralyzing cast. They've also got the net coming through. He's gonna get the avalanche, maybe a toss back as well. Still pretty tanky. And now Paladai arrives along with Universe. They get some nukes out. They found the real Cuckoo. They're gonna throw DJ over on top of him. Cuckoo surging forward, trying to finish this kill, but DJ with one last little plink of the staff is gonna finish him off. So that, by the way, check it out. Cuckoo for Phantom Lancer. 1 point in Lance.
Interesting.
Oh, we got action down bottom. They are trying to go on the Monkey King. He's got a good Boundless Strike line. Is that going to be enough to save him? The Maledict is so annoying, never able to jump up onto the tree. Death Ward does come out. They finish off that kill. Now Naga chasing for more. Does have the song. If this goes badly, Cuckoo dropping very, very low. And the double kill actually picked up. Abed tosses the Naga on top of the Phantom Lancer. Now Raven trying to run his way out of this one. Sam H also just around the corner, looking to help out. Probably push lanes and farm a little bit faster, but I see what you mean. Doom gonna get stunned up. Sandwich is just waiting for him and try and get the clap out, does as much damage as he can before he dies. Now they come running in, but Cuckoo immediately dropped down below half HP. He needs to be careful about joining these fights early on, especially against the AoE. He's just gonna stand still, jukes them out, now looks over towards DJ Cuckoo, making the mind games happen. Universe gets tossed over towards the Phantom Lancer. He's got another doppel up soon. They're chasing after Abed now. He's slowed, he's linked, he's dead. Can they find Universe? Tim's going to be looking for it. Pops the song, but the AoE is so small at level 1 now. Universe just runs it off. Oh, that's feels bad for sure.
Previous series?
They're looking for 1437. Abed's found him. He's gone. Tiny rotations working pretty nicely. Pilot going to get caught out by Sam H. Raven finishes him off. DJ also running in here. Do they have enough damage to burst him? Looks like they do not. That build coming in big. Blink on Universe. He wants this kill onto Sam H. Avalanche coming through onto 2. Double kill for Abed. Raven still fighting, but doesn't really have too much here to help him out. Doppelganger stolen by DJ. Keeping himself alive. I thought he was dead, but he's actually A-okay. 22 minutes into the game. The pace hasn't been that fast. Fnatic looking for some kind of initiation here. They don't have the Wukong's command. Envy scouting ahead. Sam H is also here. Raven going to be coming around the corner. They are trying to burst the Phantom Lancer. They get him, but now they come in with Sam H with the stun. Catches under 3. They have managed to duel up the Razor. Can they finish him off? Yes, they can. Universe looks like he should tick out to the Maledict, but Fnatic are not done. They charge forward. Abed picks up a double. Oh man, they just exploded the Phantom Lancer here. Scouting around is the Monkey King. Sees 1437. Can he actually get this solo kill? He's got the Echo Saber doing good damage. Universe tries for the kill secure, but not gonna get it. Cuckoo with his S and Y actually able to keep on Phantom rushing towards the Monkey King, and he cuts him down with his Battle Fury. He's stunned forever. Eternal Envy, what can he really do? He's actually doing a decent amount of damage. Healing up with the Jingu. This could be a turnaround. Universe gonna come in with the Blade Mail popped. Doing his best, but it looks like it might just be dual damage fed away to the Phantom Lancer. That's a plus 14 for Cuckoo. As a pack, and then wait for Tims to group back up with them. So the window of opportunity for Fnatic was closed very, very quickly. Oh, they have managed to get the lift back onto the Phantom Lancer over mid, can get the duel off. No, they can't, and now Cuckoo just running for dear life, trying to get back to his team, but he's actually going to get dueled up. Now the song coming in. There's 3 standing on top of each other. Sam H looking for this opportunity with the stun, but a nice Doom coming in out of Highlight Die, at least going to prevent that stun from coming out. Eternal Envy up to the high ground, but he actually gets his ultimate cancelled by 1437 with the paralyzing cast. The Wukong's command does absolutely nothing. Abed running away on the left-hand side of this fight. He's going to get left for dead. Universe just blinking himself out of there, and DJ looks like also dead. He has the Doppelganger once again, trying for the illusion juke. You wanted to see it, Lumi, but there's just too much damage coming out of TNC, and with that, they take a 4-0 fight. Whatever they were planning didn't Didn't pan out, but
No, me neither. I don't really see like the synergy of stuff either, but they're just playing well. Pi's gonna get picked up after a spike here. Fist double buyback gonna get committed. Or TNC just back it up. Avalanche Toss gonna be there. There's gonna be a duel. There's gonna be enough damage. Universe first off dying here.
And Abed now just getting muscled down as well. The BKB is helping out a bit. DJ's just dying to the illusions. Cuckoo's killing everybody. Raven's running forward without a care in the world. He's not even auto-attacking. He's just letting that.
Definitely not a very good showing here for Fnatic.
And we are watching one of the best tier players in the world here.
Yep. This is I mean, it is potentially going to be one of these situations where Envy is really the hard farmer for the team, so not 100% what the template has been for them recently, but yeah, like a stout and 2 salves. So Fnatic once again putting a lot of emphasis on Pylai helping to win the lanes.
They gotta be careful. Now Pi has a ton of attack speed, but the creep wave has been helping out. In fact, they're gonna roll on him. Pi's gonna just go down here. Oh wow. They just tanked that creep wave for like a good...
Ooh, Pylai was trying to scout this smoke rotation, but unfortunately he leaves just a little bit too soon. And 1437 and Tim's, like I was saying, very easy imprisonment into a couple of auto attacks. Cuckoo getting somewhat lucky on the procs. Will finish him off with that last orb. Tim's just trying to scare him. Up mid action, they got the shackle onto the OD, they got the X, they got the Ether Shock. He is gone. Rotation from Universe. And Abed still has, well, just popped the Drag jungle, spamming Astral. Fnatic keen to use some Mass Serpent wards. They do have a Sentry ward down. They know if the Nyx Assassin makes his approach, Tim's just gonna go rolling straight in. They put the Serpent wards down. DJ never shy of using these. They do get the Magnetize out, but the sleep onto the OD. Abed gonna go chasing forward. Still a little bit until the next stun. They're unwilling to cross past the ward right now. OD even queuing up a Midas after that Force Staff. Tim's gonna spot out DJ, roll through, gets hexed up. They are gonna drop down the Mass Serpent wards, helping to control the space around here. Earth Spirit can at least get off the Magnetize. Nice boulder smash from Tim's and the drag back silence, but Envy comes in. They clean up the 2 supports. 2-for-1 support trade. Is TNC gonna tap their shrine on the way out?
Oh, TNC pretty much dominated the map, and as a result, Fnatic fell further and further behind. And looks like we might run into...
Samage actually has a gem. Oh, they try for the stun of the Universe, but they don't get it off. Can they stop the Primal Split? They won't be able to. Samage flubbing that really badly, and now Raven might be in a little bit of trouble as well. If they can disengage from the Primal Split, that would be great, but I'm not sure if they're going to be quite so lucky, and unfortunately for them, Samage is the one with the gem. They feed that over at the worst possible moment.
Coming in with Mass Serpent ward, though. I think they're going to just meet up with Envy, drop the Mass Serpent ward, and just run at this building.
Raven, I mean, he does have a Silver Edge. Abed, they're gonna banish him up. Buyback immediately from 1437. If they can focus down this OD, it would be big. The Primal Split getting popped, and unfortunately he TP's straight into the Earth Splitter along with the Stomp. They're gonna lose both supports right off the bat. Along with that, the Mass Serpent wards are just going to town on this lane of Rax. Envy and the rest of the team gonna swarm on over to mid. Envy does not have the Metamorphosis for a little bit, but they don't even need their cooldowns. Cuckoo, what can he get done? He's right-clicking onto Abed, doesn't miss on the first couple of shots, but after that, he's being hazed. He's also going to get hit by the Dragon Tail and shackled down. What can they find? Raven manages to find Pylai, and now runs himself out of the base. Cuckoo with the buyback, looking towards Abed. Sam H scurrying around, has the stun in a second, but Abed does manage to get off the cheese. Universe just dodging everything, and Cuckoo, I don't know if he can escape. They clap down onto the Phantom Lancer. Cuckoo trying to slink his way back in, but those disables are just way too much from Fnatic. And looks like Fnatic may have just done it. Raven's in, he's trying to fight up against Envy, but not doing nearly enough damage. Now there's the reflection. The Invis not helping at all against this gem on Universe. Raven needs another doppelganger. Looks like he is going to be able to make it back to his fountain. DJ almost getting killed off by Sam H. The Drunken Haze not quite enough. Spike Carapace attempted TP out, but I think he might just get right-clicked to death.
Man, that gem drop just turned around the game so much, because all of a sudden that PL and the Knicks actually, they just can't play.
Yeah, Tim's nice two-man stun. They get the break gun to the Dragonet. He pops the BKB, trying to fight his way out of this one. 1-4-3-7, channeling the Deathward. They bring that Abed. Eternal Envy still has the Aegis, but they'll at least get rid of the Metamorphosis. Can they stay on top of Universe? They're doing a good job of canceling his blink. Tim's still chasing after him. Sam H with the Mana Burn. Alright, they finish off Universe. Can they go back for Envy? That's the question. Envy doesn't have a TP scroll. He's running for the enemy fountain. He's going to be able to grab when he pops the BKB. And that'll be the end of that. Does manage to TP out. Meanwhile, the mid melee.
This triple BKB timing, this really is reminiscent of the Chinese team. This is kind of what they all do. Triple BKB timing push.
Just make a couple of heroes on the enemy team completely useless. In this case, it's actually the vast majority. They're going. Envy taking a little bit of damage here. Does still have his BKB, gonna pop it off. Has the Sunder at the ready. Not really gaining very much HP off of 1-4-3-7. Raven now popping a BKB, but just getting mowed down by all the illusions. And Abed standing strong in the front line, still has his BKB at the ready. Raven needs to heal up. 1-4-3-7 doing his best to help him out. Cuckoo with the Imprison. Did not have the Hurricane Pike off cooldown, so can't shove Abed outside of the base. They get the Dragon Tail onto the Witch Doctor. 1-4-3-7 just brought down. Universe pops the BKB straight into the Primal Split. Just knows that he has to run interference for a couple of seconds, and Fnatic will be able to clean up this lane of Rax. And yeah, with that, 1-4-3-7 gonna tap out, call the GG, and see if they can do a little bit better in Game 3. What do you think went wrong, Lumi? Too greedy of a draft? Didn't do as well as they thought in the lanes? TNC just looked too susceptible to the... I mean, he's not going to care too much about getting enfeebled and whatnot, but they do have really good kill potential in the sense that they can like run up a Nightmare and then toss him back to the tower. Oh, this is a big... Look at the smoke movement from Fnatic. This is everybody. Who are they going to find? It will be 1-4-3-7. He is going to get stunned up. No way for him to really escape. Who are they going to give the first blood to is the question. And it will end up being Universe who grabs it. Alright.
And the Bane being there is also not preventing any kills.
Alright. Universe, long toss back all the way underneath the tower. Can they kill him here? There's the Avalanche. He's got the wand charges. Just gonna run for it. He's a very tanky boy. Toss the Bane, however. And that'll be the end of it. Alright, nicely done. I guess maybe they already have Mana Burn covered on Tim's. He's been spamming it like a madman, just making life a bit more difficult. They're gonna get a Nightmare up on the Dragonet. They've already got 3 stacks here, but there's a bunch of TPs. Stun only onto one. Sam H committing pretty hard, but there's mass stuns to try and burst him down. DJ also completes his TP, gets the lift back, and now Abed not stuck up nearly enough. Still has all those wand charges. Fnatic just TP'd literally every hero to mid lane. They're gonna pop the Primal Split. They're looking for this Nyx Assassin kill, waiting for the boulder to cool down, bring him back down into the silence, and Tim's will end up dying. Ancients, right? Pop ulti and clean it up. Standing right on top of a Radiant Observer here. Tim's, what's he gonna go for? Tries to lob out the stun. Raven coming around the corner with the Avatos combination at the ready, but they have to be a little bit careful of this Brewmaster. Alright, Envy's just popping the ultimate for some farm, but now they get the Fiend's Grip out onto the Brew. Can they burst him down in time? They're holding onto their spells. The toss. He's dead before he hits the ground. On the other side, Rubik's managed to steal a grip, and he's got the Batrider trap inside of the neutral. Sam H is going to be brought down. They do manage to finally Nightmare up DJ, but that is the beauty of playing the Rubik against the Bane. You see split push. And if they're running around the map trying to catch split pushers, oh, looks like they might have the PL dead to rights here. Primal Split's going to get popped. The silence is wearing out pretty quickly. Breathe Fire comes in, and Universe will be able to mop him up. But, I mean, TNC, they're like a Hydra. They, you know, you chop off one head. Meanwhile, Tiny is still just split pushing top. And everybody on Fnatic has to run over there. And they have to move as a group, otherwise the Nyx Assassin is going to be setting up kills. Hold that thought. 1437. Dead, and the Nyx Assassin getting caught on top of a sentry for him. Though it is actually quite important that I guess he has it. It doesn't block the Nyx stun, right? So it's mostly just the lasso and the The grip, they're going to drag the Dragonite back into that Fiend's grip. Can they burst him down? Looks like they should be able to. Eternal Envy right-clicking into Raven, but he's not actually doing that much damage now despite Carapace Reflect onto the cleave.
Wow.
Tim's just setting him up to get bursted down. Abed fought back into this fight. Can they actually find the Phantom Lancer? He's got the Doppel. As soon as he gets out of the stun, Cuckoo just running for the hills. Pi, DJ, and Abed all hot on his trail, along with the Fire Panda. Looks like those last couple of auto attacks will finish it, but big investment from Fnatic just to come back and grab that secondary kill back up. TNC are still just kicking him right back into the dumpster every single time. And now into the pit they go. Sam H, no lasso. Tim scouting a little bit. Universe going to jump in. Does manage to get the primal split off. Raven being controlled. Abe with the BKB, right-clicking away. He does manage to make it a little bit further back into the pit. He will not be able to escape the Invis rune. Not helpful at all against the gem. Cuckoo also diving into the back lines. He finishes off DJ. TNC now taking this high ground for themselves. 147 going to lay down with the Enfeebles. Abed outside of his BKB now. Can be controlled. It is actually being burned down a little bit by the Firefly. They just muscle through him. Cuckoo, too much damage. There's no diffusal blade, but he doesn't even need it. Just right-clicks through. Half HP. Tim's going to come scurrying over. He does have the Force Staff. He can go into the pit. Highlight Die going to do his best to run interference, and they get the lift up onto the Bat Ride of the Nightmare. Might be enough to save him. He gets the Force Staff up onto the high ground. Eternal Envy finishing off the Roshan at the same time. He grabs it. 1-4-3-7, getting chased down by the Pandas. On the other side of this fight, he gets tossed up as well by the Boulder. They get the lasso onto the Night Stalker, trying to burn Highlight Die down, but he's just so tanky. They're forced to commit the grip. They toss Envy into the midst of this fight as they also jump in with Raven. Envy trying to run away with the Aegis. He doesn't have the God Strength anymore. Abed is the big damage dealer that's left. Cuckoo still surviving. Great stun from the high ground by Tims, and now they've got the gem secured. Envy's going to be coming back soon, but does it really matter? Blink away, but it's straight into the waiting arms of Tims. Nice Carapace Reflect on that stun, and Fnatic choosing to chase after this fight after the God Strength is used. Turns out to be a disastrous decision.
They can have the chain stun to burst somebody down.
They're smoking out. Dire scan, revealing that there are still some TNC heroes hanging around in the area. It's on the flat ground here. Who can they find? They're actually going to run straight in with the Nyx Assassin. Tims gets blown up. Who can they escape with now? It's on top of the shrine. This is a dangerous place for TNC to fight. And looks like they are just going to leave the Tiny for dead. Everybody else going to go and scatter. Cuckoo will do his best to push out the... did not work out for them, but it has worked out here. Somewhat for Fnatic, though. Cuckoo is actually just going to go in and chop their tier 3 like it was nothing. And then head straight onto the racetrack because Envy is still dead for 10 seconds and Bat Rider's now found. Highlight Die going to drag him back with that BKB. Raven working on the racks. The melee's already dead. Cuckoo just going to doppel himself a bit further back. The Primal Split going to work. What can it actually do? Cuckoo's just focusing on the Pandas. He will have his Lincolns popped, and the lasso's stolen by DJ! He goes in, he drags him back in, but PL is potentially just way too tanky. The right-click damage doing basically nothing. Envy jumps in now, but they've only found Tims. They have to grab more. 1-4-3-7, juking for dear life inside the trees. Can he actually TP out? Ooh, just barely finished off. But they've been struggling to keep up wards, but it is at least daytime. Highlight Die gonna have his ultimate up soon. The smoke breaks. Sam H still just running on the front as he's gonna get slowed down by the Dragon from Ben jumps into the back line. He manages to find 147, but he gets knocked back. Avatar's combo. They've lost the Bane. Cuckoo's still in the midst of all of this. He picks up the cheese. Who's picked up the Aegis? It wasn't actually
my God.
Find it in the midst of all this. He's got the cheese. He's got the Abyssal Blade. He's going to try and work down Envy, but he's just getting cleaved. Still needs to be careful. Nice stun from Tims. Catches on to 2. And they're coming back with the ult. Spit the stun stolen from DJ. And catches on to 3. He manages to pop his Ghost Scepter. He's still running. The Primal Split now coming out. Raven is quite low. Can he finish this kill? The tree grab is not going to finish that one. And now the Brewmaster coming back out there working on Cuckoo, but Envy's just getting kited. Can't do enough damage against the Butterfly. Abed might be able to help him, however. Dragon Tail, not enough mana. He's actually been oomed, probably by the Nyx Assassin. In the midst of all of this, the Sam H with the sticky stacks will continue kiting. 4 stacks up on Envy. They will end up losing Tims as Pylai runs them down. And Fnatic just chasing for every kill that they can get at the stage. Cuckoo does have an Abyssal Blade back off cooldown. And Fnatic, I mean, if Cuckoo had actually picked up that Aegis, very different fight, but Envy with presence of mind to realize that it had not been grabbed and just saunter in there and pick up the Aegis.
And maybe,
gotta be careful. There's only 3 of you here. Pylai on the front lines. He's also got the Lincoln, so they can't just nightmare him. 1437 gonna tap the shrine. Can they force tap him a little bit further away? Cuckoo's gonna come charging in with a double damage here. Can't afford to get stunned. Pop the Manta. Fiend Script coming out. 1437 might get that stolen. DJ with the cancel. Has the Fiend Script ready to go. Is it gonna go over on the Phantom Lancer? It will. The Nightmare comes out to cancel it, but still NB charging forward. One more hit is gonna do it. 1437. Their base is in shambles. They don't have a creep wave. They've spent too much time on the Radiant side of the map. Initiation of Universe. They've still got the vision up out of the high ground. They need to be cautious. Raven jumps out top of the Night's Stalker, but Envy just blaming through everything. And does just barely manage to get up Spike Carapace, but Envy with the BKB still finishes them off. And now they got the Fiend Script once again. Oh, and the Phantom Lancer. Cuckoo makes it out of it. Envy getting kited around somewhat. They get the silence out of the PL. Raven blinking around. Ava tosses everything that he can. DJ taking damage, but they're onto the racks now. Envy making quick work of it. Glyph will get popped. God Strength is running out in a second. Abed almost has a follow-up Dragon Form. He did pop the first one under an Arcane Rune. Cuckoo coming in, but just can't seem to get the damage to stick. Needs his team there with the lockdown. Needs the lasso to land, but lasso on cooldown for 30. Cuckoo still on the front lines. Universe jumping in aggressively. Stun does catch on the Sam H. He's going to be able to force tap himself a little further back out. Cuckoo focusing on a DJ. This time around, Eternal Envy also going to end up getting dropped. Cuckoo finding momentum in this fight. Abed's in the midst of all of it. He's also got his BKB, pops the Dragon Form. Will just try and fight this one out. Universe also trying to help out the Cuckoo. Looks like he's just doing way too much damage. The red numbers are flying. Abed clearing the illusions decently, but Cuckoo just keeps on making more. Universe is next on the list. Triple kill for Cuckoo. And now Pile Die might be the next one to fall. He doesn't want to lose this gem, but he's got no choice. Lasso gets dropped down. Raven finds the double, and with that, TNC find the full team wipe.
Technical difficulty, but the base continues, and now we're gonna see PL being stunned up. Very, very tanky. Now MB gonna go in. He's gonna pop
Force step away. They're just wasting his time. They got the Fiend Script from miles away. 157 controlling him nicely. Abed coming over trying to cancel, but Envy might just be done. Cuckoo about to bring him down. That's Envy with the dieback. Cuckoo still wailing on everybody that got Blasto onto the Dragon Knight. They're working through him. Sam H now running forward. They get the Nightmare over onto DJ. Looks like Cuckoo should just be able to finish this game in one fell swoop. There's the ultra kill. The stream really chose the absolute worst time to die, huh?
I mean, look, we picked it up, and they call GG, and Fnatic.
Well, that's it.
Yeah, that's it. Bench.
Yeah. Another. I mean, they do still have one more match to play. They're